If you're looking for professional day trading education and high-level trade analysis and dissection, you've come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell. I've been a professional day trader for the past 11 years, and I'm here to give you professional day trading education, all here for free on YouTube and on X. And tonight, we do have a lesson you're not going to want to miss. This is a problem that a lot of people have, especially on days like today. So let's get into it. You guys can see my screen all right? Sharing the screen good? Everything's good, guys? Okay. So what we had a difficult morning. What we wanted was we actually wanted a long coming down into this support. We gapped up over trend. It's something that I talk about on this channel a million times. We wanted the long. We didn't get our entry. So therefore, we did have distance coming up into this first level, both on Qs and on SPY. We executed on Qs because Qs had better risk, a better risk profile. So it wanted to keep going. Well, it kept going, but it was grindy. When it's grindy, it's telling me it's not truly confirming a stop. So through some management techniques, I was drawn down a little bit more than my $9,742 loss on it because I did put in a little bit of size to it, but managed it out, got back some of it, and then I stopped. Okay. So this is important. This is where the lesson is. So what I want to show you guys, you can see the entries here. I locked in on a later day trade, $16,033. Okay, so there's the verification. So now I want to zoom in and I want to show you guys something. What do we have on Qs? Where did Qs go? We have to ask ourselves the question, if we are squeezing, where is it going to go? If it's squeezing like this, where is it finally going to top out? It is going to go into maximum, what I refer to as maximum. What is our maximum? Well, if you take a look, when it broke the level here, right? Because that's our initial level. What level is next? All-time highs. That's it. That's where it's going to go. Okay. So after you stop out on that initial trade, what do? You have to be patient. This is a game of patience. You can't keep adding. You will fucking wreck your accounts. We had a member, for full transparency, start with one contract and work all the way to 100 contracts. So I want to show you guys, for people that trade options, one sec, how big a 100 contract position is. So we're going to take a halfway point here on SPY, and we're going to put its price at 669. Okay. So 669. So first of all, for those of you that don't know, one contract is equal to 100 shares. 100 contracts is 10,000. Okay. So that is a 10,000 fucking share position on SPY. That is monstrous, guys. Okay. So a 10,000 share position at 669 times 669. That is the equivalent of almost a $7 million position. If you're trading options and you're not thinking about it like that, you're going to get yourself into fucking trouble because that's what you're working with. You're working with a $7 million position, essentially. And you have to ask yourself, do you have any business taking a $7 million position? Would you normally take a $7 million equity position? If the answer is no, guess what? Don't fucking do that. Okay. Number one, you're not going to manage that trade. You're holding and hoping, thinking it's going to come down. It's squeezing. At some point, when you stop out, when I finally stopped out on this, right in this area, it's done. That's it. This trade's done. It's over, guys. It's tits. It's done. You need to, now there's two options. So we either allow this bitch to squeeze into all-time highs, which it did, or it finally falls and bumps its head here. We need confirmation, okay? If it's not going to confirm for us, which is a slice back through and a head bump, and sure, there might have been another way to get involved with it, but I'm giving you the clearest path. So it's either that Or where's it going to go? It's going into all-time highs. And because it's squeezing, that's what I'm betting on. Okay. So I'm patient and I'm going to let it because it's consolidating and consolidating and consolidating. I'm just patient. I went about my business, went about my day. I come back later on, somewhere around 1 o'clock. I execute the trade and I just let it do whatever the fuck it's going to do. I actually ended up missing an exit because I got pulled away. So I had to wait for right at the end of day. Now I'm going to share something with you. That's not just a pullback I'm looking for. So I've seen this 1,000 times, and I'm going to teach you guys a little something. When the market consolidates like this, straight across, it is being held up. Okay. It's clearly being manipulated. It is a back and forth. It is not allowed to break all-time highs on cues, and it's not being allowed to sell off. So it's consolidating. It is going straight up and down. That's all it's doing. There's no direction. Okay. So you have to ask yourself, is that normal? No. So it's being held up. So what I've seen 1,000 times, as soon as the market goes dead, so regular hours is over, you actually have 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I believe, after the market close to exit your options contracts. So you need to remember that. Now, I don't want you guys doing this. This is what I was looking for. Once regular hours stops, all institutional trading is done. It's going to stop. So whoever is applying that fucking gas or the brake pedal onto this, they're going to lay off it and it's going to come crashing down. Now, granted, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. But I've seen that 1,000 times through my 11 years doing this. That's why I executed that trade. I know that I will have an opportunity. It's going to pull back enough to where either I am going to be able to exit down at the low of range, right? Into support, which is this, which that's where I exited because I didn't want to hold any longer into the end of day. Or it's going to come into after hours and fucking wash. I've seen that literally 1,000 times. Okay. So that's what I was betting on. Okay. Now, even if it doesn't do this, it is still going to get me out at lows because you're going to have retail traders that are holding positions that don't have enough buying power and they're going to sell their long position. The broker is going to sell their long position. I call it the 315 setup. It usually happens at about 315, 45 minutes into the close. Okay. It does it all the time. I have multiple videos on this channel about that. So that didn't happen either. So it tells me it's a very strange day. But it goes to show like here's like the secondary, maybe the most important lesson of this. I see some chatter in chat about, it was pretty quiet in chat this morning. I imagine some members took a hit. Why? Why? Why is anyone taking a hit? What is a hit? Right? Like you only get a hit if you are oversized. I don't know how many times a day I say on any given day, don't oversize in your positions. You have to calculate on based off of your risk and give it more. I just did a mentoring live class about that, literally this Sunday. And then what happens? Come Monday, all of that training's out the fucking window and people oversize. Why? You're not going to gain anything because it's not even just that, but because our hit rate and consistency is so up there at Tricktrades, people expect every single fucking trade to work. There's nobody that's going to have a 100% hit rate. Doesn't exist. It can't happen. The odds won't allow that to happen. So why do people freak out when a trade doesn't work? Why? This is something you guys have to ask yourself. It's because you're money focused. You're focused on still the money. You're not focused on the strategy, the working of that chart, the art of it, the mastery of it. You're not interested in that. You're only interested in money. That's why you're oversizing. If you are interested in the mastery of this and to do this as an actual profession, to do it professionally on every aspect of it professionally, you will not oversize in your trades. Even with me on cues going way the hell against me through some management tactics, I still walk away with negative 10 grand. Where I'm at, I'm so comfortable with that. This is a day where it is a bigger than expected loss, and I still walk away with under a 10 grand loss. I don't care about 10 grand. 10 grand I can make back easy. I'm not worried about that because I'm not focused on the money. I simply wait and I stalk my prey. So I didn't execute Qs. You might be wondering, okay, well, Qs is the one that came right into into all-time highs. Why didn't you execute Qs? Because Qs wasn't giving a lot of follow through on the pullback. SPY was actually giving more and trading a little more naturally. If you take a look, where it pops up, it pulls back directly into that level. Comes up into the level, touches it, and it pulls back into this natural level. When it broke through the level, it pulled back right into this level. It tested the level multiple times. When it gets above, where did it range? It ranged right on that. It is telling me it is trading naturally. Q's isn't. And sure, you could point out natural levels on this, sure, but you're not getting significant pullbacks into true support on Q's. So therefore, I opted out of trading Q's and trading SPY. SPY, I know I'm going to be able to get it at least from highs if I wait for it as Q's comes into all-time highs in that area. If SPY is at highs, I can at a minimum get it here. And if I size my position accordingly, I will be back green and then some by the end of the day, which I was. $9,700 loss, $16,000 gain. Do the math. I'm fine with that. I don't care about that loss. I never do. That's the difference. That's the difference between a professional and someone that is trying to do this professionally. A professional doesn't care the result of the trade because we don't control that. I don't control the result of the trade. I don't control whether a trade works or not, but my management technique surely does. How I manage that position, how I manage what the market gives me. And once people fully and finally understand and realize that, they will stop oversizing. You're not going to start with one fucking contract and get to 100. Like, that's crazy. It's almost a $7 million in comparison position on SPY. That's monstrous. What are you doing? There's no way emotionally you're going to be able to handle that. So why would you do that? Exit the fucking trade. Don't get yourself into a position where you can't sell. If you sell, they're going to basically fuck your account. Don't do that. Don't oversize. Expect the worst outcome in every single trade you take. If you do that, you will be successful. I'm always looking at every single position I'm into. I'm expecting it to not work. Always. I don't expect it to work. If you expect it to work, you're going to get spanked. Guaranteed. This is a game of infinite consistency and discipline. We have to execute as per strategy. We executed as per strategy. It didn't work. So be it. Cut the fucking trade. Once it's done, right? Once it pulls back, doesn't give really significant pullback, and it comes up and breaks those highs again, get the fuck out. Get out. Then wait. Wait for the opportunity. And guess what? Look at that daily chart, guys. Tell me there wasn't such an amazing opportunity. We opened up here and we came directly into all-time highs. What the fuck? What is it going to do? It's going to open here and break through all-time highs. The odds of that are so slim. Not without a significant pullback. It won't do that. That would be so unnatural. So wait for it. Wait for it to come into all-time highs and then execute the trade that makes sense. So for me, it was on SPY. SPY was giving more range on the day. I know that on its range, in this range here, I have more than enough to get green on the day through positioning, sizing, which I did. All good. Just be patient for it, guys. If you're trading to make money on every single trade, I know that sounds counterproductive, but if you're solely trading to make money, the reverse is it's going to happen. You're going to lose. You're forcing it. If you trade to trade well in everything you do, guess what? The byproduct of that is making money. So let money be the byproduct. Then it becomes easy. Then it becomes there's no stress to this. Everyone talks about how stressful day trading is. I don't find it stressful. Even this morning, there's no stress. It didn't work. So be it. Who cares? And it's like, I know a lot of this, I'm just repeating myself over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Don't make it difficult on yourself. Don't allow one trade to take you out of the game. But that's what people are doing. They do it all the time. And I don't want to take away from members and traders that did do the right thing. Because I know that there's traders that did the right thing today. And that's fucking amazing. That's what I want to see. That's impressive on a day that's difficult to manage because it's going further than expected, not really giving you much of a pullback. And the way it's ranging, the way it's grinding on a trend. It's not ranging horizontally, which is far easier to get out on. People manage properly and they cut the trade. And I would imagine there's at least some of you that executed and waited for all-time highs. Because where's it going to go? It has no choice but to go there. If it's squeezing like that, that's where it's going to go. Execute the trade, get back green, call it a fucking day. Was it a longer day? Yep. Do I want to be pissing around with the charts at fucking 1 in the afternoon and then having to come back right at the end of the day? Fuck no. I got shit to do. But that's the job. Sometimes you got to put in overtime, is what it is. So I hope people are paying attention and at some point, this shit sinks in where they stop doing that shit. You got to stop oversizing in these positions and assuming that every single position is going to work. That's what you're doing. You're assuming every position is going to work. So you're sizing accordingly. God damn, I wish every fucking trade worked, man. Just like today, I took a red trade, $10,000 loss. Sounds like a lot, but to me, it's an acceptable loss. There's always going to be some level of collateral damage, guys. There will be trades that you will be red on. It's a part of the game. It's the game that all of you have signed up for. And if you think that you're going to get away unscathed in this game, you're fucking crazy and delusional. It's not going to happen. So if you agree with what I'm saying here right now, at what point are you going to actually start believing it? Because that's what's going on. If you're getting quiet and you're getting frustrated and you're getting mad and you're fucking oversizing this and that and you're fucking taking a hit, you're doing shit wrong. You're doing it wrong. It's not the market. It's not me. I don't make these trade plans. The market does. I say it every morning. Because I don't make these trade plans. The market does. Most of them work. Some don't. That's a part of it, guys. That's the job. So I hope people learn something. Hopefully I can get through to some people. I know I won't get through to them all. But for the ones that I do, I hope that I do. If not, this is what's possible. You can turn a fucking red trade that is a larger than expected loss. No problem. Wait for your opportunity. That's such a beautiful opportunity. How do you not take that? Have to. Have to. That's your one opportunity to get back green. And again, the one note I do want to say is when we range like this, expect it once that market goes dead to sell off hard. You'll see that within the next at least month. So keep your eye on it. They're going to do this a lot, by the way, when they just range it all day long. And you'll see the market's going to close, give it a minute or two, and it's going to relax all the way back down into support, if not lower. It'll look like something's crashing. It's not. They just laid off. That's what's going on. And that's what I was waiting for. But I got more than enough green back. I was done with that. Cleared that position. Okay, guys, I'm going to rock and roll. If you want to learn how to come do this, come to tricktrades.com. Work with someone that gives a shit, wants you on the right path, but it's up to you. It's up to you to listen. It's up to you to do the right thing. This is why you have to work on yourself more than strategy or executions or anything. You have to work on those emotions, the greed, all of that shit. You got to work on it daily, man. If you're not a disciplined person, you got to work on your discipline. If you're a greedy motherfucker, you got to work on that shit. If you're someone that folds under pressure, you got to work on that shit. I can give you tactics to do it, but again, it's up to you to listen. So if not, continue on with the free stuff. You're going to spin your wheels for a long fucking time trying to put this shit together, though. I'm just warning you, but do it. That's why it's there. Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Adios.